Vertical or horizontal? Horizontal, obviously the opposite of it is just x. Horizontal line going through the y-axis at -3. This one specifically is solid. And the region to be shaded is up. All right, now the red and blue lines have created 4 new regions. Which one has the arrows pointing toward each other? Top left. So here's where your shading would occur. Okay? You will need to be able to graph systems of linear inequalities, which requires you to be able to take an inequality and put it in y mx plus b form. Now, one thing I want to remind you, when you're taking inequalities and you're converting them, if I want to get y by itself on the left, and I add 2x to both sides, and now it's time to divide everything by -2. What is the rule when you're working with inequalities and you're dividing or multiplying both sides by a negative? You flip the inequality. Okay? Don't forget that. That's from way in the beginning. That's simply solving inequalities. That's nothing new. All right, so that's what you need to know from section 3.3. Moving on to section 3.5. Systems of equations with 3 variables. Here is a system of equations. We've got A, we've got B, and we've got C. You will not have a complex one where all 3 equations have all 3 letters in it. I'm not going to do that to you. All right?
Wait, what?
Just because we don't have time for you to sit there and work on that problem for 20 minutes. I'm not going to have an equation with ABC, ABC, ABC in all of them. All right? So what I want you to do when you see these 3 equations is I want you to analyze all 3 of them. Does one of them have only one variable?
Yes.
So that's where you start, because you can figure out that variable. The first equation, we can find what A is. A is 1. Now that I know A, what do I go looking for? I go looking for another equation that has A in it, which would be the last one, because I'm going to substitute that value in for A. Well, since A is equal to 1, then 2 times 1 plus 7c is equal to -5. And now I have an equation with only one variable. If I'm trying to solve for c, I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. 7c equals -7. So c equals -1. Now that I know A and C, I go to the last equation and I use them however I can to figure out my last letter, which is B. 6b minus 3 times c, which is -1, equals 15. What do you do first? Multiply. This is 6b plus 3 equals 15. Subtract 3 from both sides. 6b is equal to 12. Divide both sides by 6. B was equal to 2. Now remember, when we're solving this system, this is it's not an ordered pair, it's called an ordered triple. It's called an ordered triple, okay? Because there are 3 coordinates here. We're not just dealing with an x and a y axis, now we have another axis coming through. We write them the same way as we would an ordered pair in alphabetical order. A comes first, B comes second, C comes third.